the veteran Nick Folk about ready to get this show started. And off we go from SoFi. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers led out by Justin Herbert in his 5th season now, Greg, as the Charger QB, a guy we saw win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he is not going anywhere. They force him out of bounds, a loss to open this game.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It's a big one for the Chargers. 31 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. This one complete to Palmer.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Titans coming out with their quarterback, Will Levis. Good performance last year, taken early in that 2nd round in the 2023 draft. Greg, this quarterback out of Kentucky could be the future for Tennessee.
You'd love to see the biggest jump of a young quarterback's career, Mike, being between year 1 and year 2. I mean, you think about what these young quarterbacks go through entering their rookie year. They have the entire pre-draft process, then the idea of being drafted and going to a new organization and learning what it means to play quarterback in the NFL. Well, in year 2, everything's not new. Everything's not a first experience. It allows them to just take a deep breath. Play, develop, rely on what got you here. We see so many quarterbacks in year 2 really have their breakout campaigns and show, frankly, why they were the starter to begin with in their rookie year.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Off the play fake, it's Levis. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's 1st and 10. They send Ridley in motion. On 1st down, Levis. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Westbrook-Akine motioning here. On 2nd down, Levis. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Now a 3rd and 2. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On play action, here's Levis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the 1st down with Pollard. And he will have a Titans 1st down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Levis. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll try and run here with Spears.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They'll try it now with Spears. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
The Chargers offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
This just kills you as a defensive coordinator. Here you are thinking you're going to get a 3-and-out, get off the field, pick up some momentum for your team, and you allow the quarterback to get loose with his legs, and he's able to pick up just enough on 3rd down to convert, and now you got to go back out and defend a fresh set of downs.
Herbert now on 1st down. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Herbert. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
So, a couple of 1st downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. To throw, it's Herbert. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. There is his tight end, Disley. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
The Titans offense ready for their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They go play action with Levis. He keeps it himself.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
They run it straight ahead with Power. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. He'll get this complete. Nick Westbrook-Akine. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. First and 10. Levis with a give to Spears. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. First and 10, and they give it to Power. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. A 2nd down throw here for Levis. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
They send Ridley in motion. From the gun, it's Levis. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll go. Here's Levis. That's taken in. He's going to pick up a Titans first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
Now, faking the give. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Here now, 3rd and 5. Levis to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So on 4th down, the veteran Nick Folk will try it for Tennessee. This one from 43 yards away. Folk's kick is good. And the Titans will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Davis now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. That'll be complete to Dobbins. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, Man, oftentimes, there's no answer for it.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Titans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. To the right side they go, and here comes Pollard. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as the tackle's made at the 36. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Now, Levis. That's deep, looking for Boyd.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
So on 4th down, the Titans turn it over to Ryan Stonehouse to punt. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Throwing a comeback route against zone coverage, it could be a little bit tricky. Remember, in zone, the defender's eyes are on the quarterback. So if your receiver doesn't sell that right and this ball's not thrown on time, you're going to end up watching that defender take this thing back the other way.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Herbert to the air again. He connects with Disley. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Herbert to the air again. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Roger McCreary.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
On the ground, it's Spears to start the drop. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Again, it's Pollard. And he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. On 4th down, Levis. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll get this up to the 44. A terrific interior performer, Jeffrey Simmons, on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Herbert to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's a big one for the Chargers. 37 yards. Three, our score. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Throwing on first down is the pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Tajay Spears. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Levis to throw it here on 1st down. He's going to get it to Okonkwo.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Levis. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Levis to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The Chargers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And he'll get this up to the 30, about a yard or so short of the 1st down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports Studios and our halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return starts from the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
They send Ridley in motion. On 2nd down, Levis. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. On first down, Levis. Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Levis. To the left side, caught by Ridley. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Running here, it's Pollard. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and fourth down is coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This one from 54 yards out. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
They'll give it to Dobbins. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. Third and a yard. He gets this one complete to Johnston. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
Now it's Dobbins. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
As a cornerback, you're only going to get so many of these chances each game to make plays in the backfield. And so far, this guy continues to take advantage of them. That's 2 sacks so far. And with the way this game was going, I wouldn't be surprised to see another.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Spears now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll try and run for the 1st down with Pollard. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down for Tennessee.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
They'll go back to Pollard on 1st down. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Levis. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have a Titans first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
4th down. There's no throwing the ball away. There's no giving yourself up. If you're going to turn yourself into a runner, you got to go get it. And that's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to put his head down, put his body on the line, pick up the first down to keep this drive alive.
Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
A 2nd down throw here for Levis. And is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley. Here's 1st and 10. Now Levis. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. He'll look middle here, caught by Boyd. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On the give, it's Pollard. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good. And the Titans will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A run with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And we see a nice catch here by Lad McConkey. And Mike, what really jumps out, and I can't stress enough how rare this is for young wide receivers in the NFL fresh out of college, is just how good of a route runner he is. And it doesn't matter if he's in the slot or if he's out on the perimeter. He can run any route from any position, and that sort of versatility is going to continue to get him opportunities in this Chargers offense. And then when he has the ball in his hand, every play can be a big one. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
This one finds McConkey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
The Chargers get set to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. There's that man again, another catch.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. That's on the first-round pick back in April, J.C. Latham. They go play action with Levis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move them further back. They get the Alabama man, the former first-round pick, J.C. Latham. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
The Titans sending out their punter. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Herbert now on first down. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Herbert. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the toss, they'll run. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
There is his tight end, Disley. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is Levis. He'll check this down to the running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. A throw right side, taken in by Boyd.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He connects with Disley. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. It's a big play when they needed it the most. Pickup of 46 yards.
Well, in my house, Mike, my kids call that a dot. I mean, I don't think he could have walked out there and handed it to him any better. And everyone wants to talk about arm talent and how far can you throw it. But in the NFL, if you want to play quarterback, accuracy is the #1 quality a quarterback has to have.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Matt McConkey. Touchdown Chargers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. On 1st down, Levis. Open man, he's got Boyd. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. It is 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Levis. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now, a big 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down. So they get a new set of downs and just as importantly, stop the clock.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Quick hitting slant there. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch, and brings up first down.
2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. And that one incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 2nd down, Levis. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Akine. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Levis. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
The Chargers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. One of the tight ends in motion right. The drive will start on the ground. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Here's Dobbins. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.